Many of us have served the entire year and have not taken a vacation or taken a break during the service. Not really just getting away, but just doing the service. Coming to the service and enjoying ourselves because we feel that we always have to be in the middle of everything. In this video, I will cover maybe 2 or 3 things that you should start implementing as a leader, okay? I will say this, if your department is functioning properly, you should be able to step away for a minute or 2 and take a vacation and come back. I will cover 2 or 3 things that I implemented that are now serving me very well in this new capacity. Stay tuned. Hi, this is your girl, Angela Elaine. Merry Christmas! Yay! It's that time of the year, and it's the time that we need to take away and get some rest because we've been working all year. But before we get into those 3 things that I mentioned before, I need you to like, share, and subscribe to this video. If you're new, welcome to our channel. It's my channel, technically, but it's our channel. This is the channel where you ask questions and you put your comments there, and I do a video about it to help you understand your role and how you can do things to make your life much easier. As I mentioned before, we have worked all year diligently, attending every service, making sure that we have things in order. And that's beautiful. But in leadership, the place should still function even if you're not there. You don't have to be there for the place or the department to run efficiently. That's the mark of a great leader. And I'm going to cover a few things that I implemented within myself that helps me out so I can take a vacation because I need to work too. I need to be refreshed. You need to be refreshed. Number 1, have periodic training meetings with your team. Sit down, pick a Saturday or whatever, or at a restaurant, anywhere that's comfortable, your house, wherever, in the church dining room. Have a few hors d'oeuvres or whatever, but sit down and have a training session with your people. Get to know them. Understand what they would like to do, what they're currently doing, and what they would like to do. Because some people like to change up and learn different things. But you need to have a periodic training meeting with them and discuss some things that you want to implement that would give everybody that cross-training feeling, and then that would make it easier for you. So if you decide that, okay, I'm coming to church this Sunday and I'm not going to do anything, I'm just going to come and enjoy, your team should be able to pick songs, should be able to select directors, soloists, singers, do the whole 9 yards with you sitting there, not getting involved. That is a beautiful feeling. That is a beautiful feeling to come to church and not have to do anything. Your whole staff and team is taking care of it all. And technically, that's the way that it should be. So you want to have those meetings, have your agenda of things that need to be done. Take notes on what you do, right? You do as in regards to running the services on Sunday. Notate those things and bring that to your team. Find out what the skill sets of each of them are and where you can place them in order to see what their interests are. And you'll be surprised how willing, when you're a great leader, how willing they are to help you and take the stress out of you because, hey, good leaders are hard to find. And great ones are almost near impossible. So when God blesses you with somebody who has the care and concern like yourself, or you're working for somebody that has care and concern for the people on your team, you want to do everything you can to help them live longer and be around and learn from them as much as you possibly can. Number 2, after you get that meeting, after you determine what everybody wants to do, guess what? You got to delegate. You can't do everything. I tell my team all the time, I cannot do everything and yet stay healthy and yet stay in good faculty and good mind. You have to step up and do things, and I don't always want to have to tell you what to do. Because if I have to tell you, then I feel like I'm dealing with a team of robots, and then, you get tired of telling people, and then a lot of times you do it yourself because you don't feel like finding somebody. You want volunteerism. But in some cases, to get the ball rolling, you just got to delegate. Okay, you do this, you do that, you do this, you're up on Sunday. I can't do it. Too bad, you're going to figure it out. You just got to be matter of fact, because if you listen to their excuses, you will never get anywhere. You get frustrated. You just dump it on them. This is the schedule. Boom. This is your Sunday, your Sunday, your Sunday, my Sunday. End of story. You're responsible for the whole 9 yards. You got to just throw them out there and let them learn. But us as leaders, sometimes we can be a little stingy and we keep stuff close to ourselves because it's like, well, I want it done right. But in order for them to learn, in order for you to enjoy life, you got to delegate. You got to train them. Everybody has to be trained how to do something. See, even CEOs that come from another company, they got to get trained. They don't just walk in, okay, we're going to do it the way I said. No, they got to get trained because you shipwreck the whole place. You can't do that. We talked about that in the other video about you can't walk in and just change everything. You can't do that. You got to be trained and learn the culture of the company first, win over the people, and then you start to change things because at that point they have developed confidence in you. And you need to develop confidence in your team. It goes both ways. We always say, well, I want them to have confidence in me. But when you delegate, you develop confidence in your team. You'll be surprised what people can do. You'll be surprised at the creativity that they have inside of them and the things that they come up with. You'll be surprised and you'll sit back and be like, oh, okay. But then it makes you look better as a leader. It shows that you're not afraid to be replaced. Technically, if you're a good leader or a great leader, you can't be replaced. You cannot be replaced. Okay? You may be succeeded, but you can't be replaced because each of us as leaders have our own personality that God has given us and he has developed, and we have our own way of leadership. All right? And depending on what type of person you are and how effective you are and how you believe in the system that you follow determines how they will respond to you. But you want to develop them. They can't grow if you never give them the responsibility. They will never grow. And so you do that while you're there because you're the safety net. Like training wheels on the bike. I'm here, so if you fall down, if you get ready to fall, I'm right here to help you get up, so don't worry about it. That's the best time to do it. So then when you actually take a vacation and you're not showing up, they will work together and support each other. And the department will be fully functional in your absence. But we have to remember as leaders, we can never be replaced. Technically, you can never be replaced. There is nobody else that can do that job anywhere near the job that you can do. So you don't have to worry about that. Get that out of your mind. Don't have that low self-esteem and I got to hold it all to myself. No. You're human. You don't know. You get promoted to go on. See, and that's a mark of a good leader. You always train people so that if you happen to get promoted in the ministry, the department can still function. You want to make sure it's functioning. If you don't have someone that you can directly turn the music department over with to, then all of those that work with you should be able to work together until the pastor appoints another person to do the job. And number 3, I kind of got into it already, practice runs, when I told you to delegate to them and let them do it while you're sitting there. That's very, very important because then you're sitting there and you're able to correct them as they're doing it and show them a more efficient way. You know, because sometimes people can say a whole lot of things. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Blah, 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 blah. You know, they can say a whole lot of stuff. Until they actually step in the role and got to do it, and all of a sudden they didn't eat breakfast, they so nervous, they sweating, they doing all this kind of stuff. And, you know, a lot of times giving practice runs also is beneficial. It kind of stops the mouth of people that's always complaining about you. You know, you act like nobody else know anything but you. Okay, you get up there and do it. All right, I give you the whole month. You get up there and do this for an entire month. You plan everything. Uniform, songs, musicians, soloists, directors. You do it all for a month. Every Sunday. And you'll be surprised how people will stop talking. They won't complain so much. Because if I stick you up there and tell you got to run it for 2-3 weeks by yourself, you'll think twice before you start talking, saying what I'm doing and whatever else. Sometimes people have to experience things. So that's another aspect of practice run. Sometimes those that are always running their mouths, talking and complaining about you being so whatever, stick them up there. Okay, this is your Sunday. Don't do it on Community Sunday. Please don't. Not on Community Sunday. But stick them up on another Sunday, the second or the fourth Sunday or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Stick them up there and tell them this is your day. Guess what? It's your day to shine. Go ahead. And let them hit it. And believe you me, you either sink or swim. And most of those that's doing a whole lot of talking will stop talking because then once you get in there, they only felt a piece of the job. They don't have the full weight of the role, but they have they were able to do it for a couple of times in a row without your assistance, you least likely to have something to say. And that's, so it's a well-rounded view you need to have when you're in leadership and dealing with a multiplicity of people and multiplicity of personalities within those people. It's not as easy as people think, but it is a rewarding job when you see people grow and mature into your team matures and able to help you, not be a hinder, but be a major help to you in the ministry. I hope I said something to help you all today. If so, would you like the video? Would you share? Would you put it in the comments that you enjoyed the video, that it gave you some insight? And also, if you have something that you want me to discuss further, put it in the comments. I'll get to it, or send me a note. I'll get to it. And I'll probably do a show on it just to help you out even more. We all help us one to another. Somebody helped me. I had an entire village of musicians, directors, and singers, and my mom and my dad to help develop me into the person that I am through God and by Jesus Christ. And I appreciate that. So I'm giving back by sharing the information that I learned through all of the competitions that I was able to win and be involved in, and the great things that God has allowed me to do in the field of music. I'm happy. There's other things that I'm going to do in the near future. Stay tuned, because I'll start going live in my rehearsals so you can see how I manage the rehearsals that I give. Thank you all so very much. I love you. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. And I'll talk to you soon.